I see those?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Skylar. Hi. Hi, Skylar.
Today we start our class enjoying all the beautiful gifts that even in times of sorrow, we can't take away all the sadness in the world, but we can choose to be joyful in the midst of all of it. And one way to be joyful is to be grateful for the things that the earth gives us without us trying at all. So today we can be grateful to have eyes to see this beautiful pink color. And we're grateful that the flowers are still coming out in spring, even though many of us are feeling sick and so forth. So I want you to take a moment and take a deep breath and enjoy the smell of your home and the good memory of that smell. I want you to take a moment and use your eyes and look around at the beautiful people that you can see, the beautiful things that you can own. I want you to take a moment and touch your hair and enjoy that you have hair that keeps you warm when it's freezing and that makes you also handsome. All right, and with that gratitude, I want to tell you the story for the day. And this story is a story that happens every year. And it has been happening for millions and millions of years. It's like a big party. And everybody gets dressed up and gets together. Even Miss Esther Fuller put on a little bit of lipstick for this lesson because it's a special party. And when the flowers are out and about, it's like they're saying, it's a very special time of the year. It's a big wedding and everybody dresses up. It's like a quinceañera or a sweet 16 party or a graduation party. Well, just like we have developed amazing ways of communicating through technology, through our phone, through our computers, well, flowers have also developed special technology to communicate not only with each other and with different plants, but also with animals. So that's the first thing we're learning, that springtime is a special time of communication. And some flowers call out with bright pink petals, and some flowers call out with bright yellow petals. Some flowers call out by being soft and bushy like cotton balls. And some plants call out by being spiky. And they all give off an amazing smell, an irresistible smell, a smell so yummy that the insects can't say no. It would be like some of you smelling your chocolate cake or your favorite birthday cake, and you can't resist but cut a piece and eat it all up. And that is what the flowers are doing. They are communicating with their smell and with their color. So they're attracting animals through two senses, smell and sight. And when they do that, the insects come over. And they come over to this beautiful wedding party and say, ooh, what's happening? And so when the insects come over to the wedding, the flowers give them a gift. Do you ever go to a birthday party and leave with a little gift? Or you go to a Christmas party and you leave with a little gift from your teachers? Well, this wedding party, this spring party, this festival of flowers, all the insects get a little gift. And that little gift is pollen. And the insects come and they fly in and they get sprinkled with this special gift called pollen. They also get their own gift that they keep all to themselves to put in their belly. And that's a sweet drink called nectar. And that gets them to fatten up. And for the bees, it helps them make honey, which we love to put in our tea or in our cookies or on our pancakes or in our oatmeal. Wow. All the insects visit the flowers and they all get to drink this sweet nectar. But they don't drink like you and I. They drink from a long tube. Yes, they slurp it up through a kind of straw, which is a story for another day. And when they drink this nectar, they also get sprinkled with a special gift called pollen. And this pollen, the animals bring this gift to the bride, to the female, to the bride of the wedding. And so the pollen goes to another flower and lands on the bride's flower. And when it lands on that pistil, then guess what? The flower takes it in and can make a new baby, a new seed. And this is how plants, for millions of years, over 200 million years, have been spreading pollen from one to another. And this goes on and on and on. And all the time, when the flowers are out on the plants, they have this wedding party every year. Just like every year we have birthday parties and Christmas parties and other holiday parties and Thanksgiving parties, flowers have a wedding every year, just like humans do. I'm going to give you some examples now of how pollen, these are your words to know. Pollen, can everyone say pollen? Yeah, good. The pollen travels to another flower's pistil, but not the shooting pistol, the pistil to hold on to something, the pistil like a tube. So, today you learned that flowers have pollen and pistils. You also learned that flowers communicate through their smell and through their colors. And flowers attract many insects. Here's a hummingbird flying up to a flower. Do you see its very long beak? This flower loves to invite the hummingbird. I'm going to take it out so you can see it better. Thank you for your patience. Just realized. So there's the hummingbird, and he's flying into the flower. And this hummingbird has a special invitation to this wedding. No other insect can go into the flower like the hummingbird can. And on its beak is a lot of pollen that it will bring to a pistil of another flower. Here's another flower. This flower has a cup for all its nectar for the animals to drink. But deep, deep, deep inside the cup, there's pollen for the insect to dig out. So the bee actually flies into that cup and then comes out covered full of pollen. Yummy yums. Here's the bee. The bee is getting covered with pollen on its feet. Do you see the white sticky stuff on the bee? The white sticky stuff is the pollen that's getting all on its legs. But its head is all the way inside the flower. Do you see that? And the head is slurping up. I'm going to show you a picture of that special proboscis that the bee has to slurp up like a straw. Here we go. See if I find it for you. Here it is on the butterfly. Do you see it curled up?
Yes.
It's curled up at the front, and this is what the butterfly uses to drink its nectar. Now I'm going to show you that butterfly with its proboscis open and slurping. Here's that same butterfly with its proboscis rolled out. And do you see how now the proboscis is covered with pollen? So as it drinks its nectar, it's also collecting the pollen. All right. So I'll show you again. This is before. And this is after. Okay? Here's a bee. Before collecting pollen. All right? And here's the bee delivering it to a different flower. That bee is all the way in that flower. It's hard to tell the difference between the bee and the flower, right? All right. And friends, that is my story for the day.